1,753 kilometers. That's how much road I've put on my Onewheel XR since I took it out the box last year.
Not impressed.
Please note, there is about 9 months of winter in Canada, otherwise I would have put a whole lot more. Fair to say, Wheel E Coyote has seen better days. He's well overdue for a fresh new coat of paint and a few little upgrades. That is why I have chosen the Vega Trail Pro as a worthy replacement for the... Who the hell is she? Dude, never mind. I gotta check out that Enduro. This video is not sponsored by the Float Life nor any other company. I have ordered and paid for all these parts with my own plastic paper Canadian money. Seriously, how do they do it? I see you. Just kidding. Indestructible. Also, please note that I am an atrocious handyman whenever it comes time to tinker with tools. And finally, if you could press that like button right now, like right before I get going, you would go a very long way into personally saving Christmas this year. What? Oh, you don't believe me? Well, don't do it then and see what happens. Let's check out some spec sheets.
Spec sheet.
Dimensions are 11 inches by 6.5 inches by 6, which means it will fit on any Onewheel XR hub motor, but not on a Onewheel GT. But do not fear, there is a GT version coming soon, if it's not already out whenever you get to watch this.
This bad boy has a new 11.5, 6.5, 6.5 Enduro on here.
It's made of a semi-soft custom durometer said to reduce the off-road chatter, as well as on-road noise. Matter of fact, the Enduro is supposed to be the most silent threaded tire out there. Interesting. The thread design patterns wraps around the shoulder and a sidewall of the tire, which in theory should make this tire extremely efficient at sharp turns on any kind of terrain. That's a very unique feature for a one-wheel tire. The shoulder of the Enduro is progressive and shaped in such a way as to provide the most amount of contact patch during sharp turns, which in turn reduces speed wobbles when moving at fast speeds. That's impressive stuff on paper. Can it back it up on the streets and on the trails though? Probably.
Install process.
Remember, I totally suck at manual labor, but I figured, hey, if I'm gonna break a one wheel, better do it on tape, right? Plus, they say that luck favors the bold. That semi-soft compound makes it pretty malleable. You can easily pinch it, twist it, or pull it over your exposed hub. Honestly, I had a much tougher time with those goddamn lifesavers. Jesus. And then, setting in the beat happened at like 13 PSI, which is ridiculously low. Well, that's it. Theoretically, you could pump up this bad boy by hand using nothing but an emergency bike pump or something. All in all, this was my first time swapping a tire, and it was made super easy, like barely an inconvenience.
Oh, really?
Bonus tip, you should definitely watch the Float Life's comprehensive How to Swap a Tire video. I followed Jeff's instruction to the letter and haven't broken anything yet.
Aesthetics.
Beauty is one of those highly subjective things.
Oh, it's beautiful.
But even Stevie Wonder would have to agree. The Enduro has got to be one of, if not the single, coolest looking one-wheel tire out there. Dude, it looks like something lifted straight out of the Dark Knight or something. The thread pattern is super eye-catching. It's got a ton of little details that you can only notice upon close inspection. I, for one, think it looks absolutely awesome. So much so, in fact, that I have opted to ditch my expensive carbon fender from Onewheel just so I could look at this tire. For real. Ditched the white railguard in favor of a saffron yellow. I set up bang bumpers, a black cush white foot pad, and smuggled an air tag in there. Throw in a Badger wheel waterproof kit while we're at it. What I'm saying is, the Enduro looks so damn good that it was the inspiration for this total Tonka makeover. It manages to look sleek, badass, and refined all at once, which is no small feat. Hell, this is the thing I'm going for, and I've been failing at it for the last 40 years.
Riding experience.
Look, I might be alone on this, but I am a fan of the stock Vega tire. I don't know, it suits my riding style. I don't do tricks, I don't do drops, and I don't bomb down the side of mountains. I'm a cruiser. That's what I do, I cruise. And so, how good is the Enduro for cruising, I wonder? Right off the bat, I am testing this at 15 PSI, which is a fairly low PSI for me. I'm used to riding the stock Vega at 20-24 PSI. Yes, I'm heavy set. You happy I said it now? And I must say, stepping on this thing for the first time, there is an immediate difference with the stock Vega. It feels smooth and about as carvy as an XR can get, and boy, is it quiet on the road. Like, listen to this. The world-famous post-apocalyptic asphalt of Quebec City feels much, much smoother under the Enduro's semi-soft threads. Okay, what about off-road? Well, let's push it, see what happens. Feels pretty good on grass too. Sturdy, no skids, even going downhill. Nice. Okay, let's push it a little harder then. Not a problem here either. Traction remains, wobbles are scant or very easy to recover from. It just plain works. Wraparound threads do make a hell of a difference in sharp turns, but more significant to me, whenever you catch a bump a little sideways, it doesn't wobble at all. The threads just bite into it and you just power straight through. The Onewheel XR is great at all these things straight out of the box, but the Enduro makes what is an already fantastic riding experience about twice as enjoyable. I like it. I like it a lot.
Final thoughts.
I think the Enduro tire is great. Perhaps the only real knock against it, and a theoretical one as far as my own experience goes, is this notion that the semi-soft rubber will erode and disappear much faster than a harder tire. Quite honestly, if I can only get 500 or 600 miles on an Enduro before I have to swap it, instead of the usual 1,000 you could get on a Vega or any other good tires out there, I feel it would still be worthy to swap tires more often just to get that riding experience. Now, don't get me wrong, foot pads are cool, flight fins are great, custom rails are awesome, but I would argue that none of these upgrades pack as much punch per dollar than the Enduro does. I think the Enduro is hands down the single best upgrade you can make to your XR right now. It makes everything good about the Onewheel XR that much better, and it elevates the riding experience across the board on all terrains. And on that note, ladies and gentlemen of the jury, I thank you for your participation, and I now rest my case.
Order!
Thanks for watching, and a personal thank you for saving Christmas, for those of you who did. Cheers.
I don't know, I feel mine is cooler. Good effort though.